What is the position of Islam on atheism? Now, atheism is an ideology, or rather, I would say that atheism, if I call it a belief, then the atheists themselves fill up that atheism is not a belief, atheism is just a disbelief in God. And since atheism is a disbelief in God, therefore you cannot criticize atheism. Uh, but the problem is, atheists themselves are criticizing theism, and atheists themselves criticize religion. And when we ask atheists that why are you criticizing religion, why are you criticizing theism, why do not believe in God, they always say that we don't have any responsibility to prove atheism is right. Atheism is just disbelief in God. We don't have burden of proof to disapprove God. You have the burden of proof to prove God. And basically they are saying that they don't have any responsibility towards them being an atheist, but we have all the responsibility for being a theist. Now from the onset itself, this is not fair, because if there is two ideology which is opposite to each other, they both need to have some sort of accountability to have this standpoint. Right? For example, if someone says he does not believe in God, he has an equal responsibility than a person who says that he believes in God. You cannot say that there is no evidence for the existence of God, and the theists have all the responsibility, because since they have claimed there is a God, therefore they have the responsibility to prove this. This is not correct, because there are many things which are believed and which are basic beliefs, like truth, justice, equality. Now everybody claims to believe in that, but nobody needs to prove that. Nobody needs to prove the basic belief, and no specific person has a burden of proof to prove something which is already self-evident. So if someone says that he does not believe in God, it is actually their equal responsibility to prove that God does not exist. Why I am saying so? I am saying so because majority of people believe in God, and if you do not believe in God, then you need to give evidence, not the majority of people, because majority of people will tell you that this is the reason that they believe in God, but they don't have any responsibility to prove the existence of God to an atheist. The fact that the people believe in God itself proves that belief in God is something which is within the instinct and within the nature of a man. That's the reason people believe in God. And atheists even say, okay, then they do not believe in your God. I mean, there are thousands of God, and you do not believe in the 999 of them. I say I agree with you, but if I do not agree with the 999 gods, I give them the reasons that why I do not believe that those gods are true God. I am basically disagreeing with them regarding the concept of God. I am not disagreeing with them regarding the existence of God. And it's my responsibility to actually prove it to you that why those concepts doesn't make sense. Similarly, if you, I mean, if you just want to live in a cave and you do not want to interact with the theist, because majority of the humans are actually theist, which is an unfortunate reality for you. Majority of the humans are theist. So unless you want to live in a cave and you do not want to interact with other humans who disagree with you, you have an equal burden of proof to disapprove the existence of God, because humans as a whole believe in God. Fine. For example, I am a Muslim. If if I if someone says that Jesus Christ is God, I will disagree. I will say that no, Jesus Christ is not God. How how I can say that Jesus Christ is not God? Because one, two, three. These are my reasons that Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, cannot be God. A man cannot be God. So this is how the discussion is. This is how the discussion is given. I cannot say that uh, the Christians only have the burden of proof to prove that Jesus is the Son of God or Jesus is the begotten Son of God, and I don't have any burden of proof to disapprove that person. I mean, I'm not in a special authority to only ask the evidence and not provide it. We have the equal opportunity to provide the evidence as well as ask for the evidence. If you say that the God does not exist and there is no evidence for the existence of God, first of all, this statement itself is a false statement, because even if you type in the Google what are the evidences of God, you will have a unnumbered, innumerable list of the reasons why God exists. So saying or claiming there is no evidence for the existence of God is a false claim. You can say you do not agree with those evidences, then we can discuss. But saying there is no evidence for the existence of God is a false claim, in my opinion. So, what the atheists should do, they should present their case and let them uh, present their proof and let them present, and even we have the responsibility as a Muslim to present our proof. Atheists are not special people that they can only ask for proof and uh, only we have the responsibility to provide the proof. This is not fair, because if you believe something, you are obliged to give proof, but in the same time, if you disbelieve something, you are all, and something which is so basic, which has been uh, followed by almost all the humanity, even you have the responsibility to provide evidences against that, because you cannot claim that every after every evidence that this is not the evidence, this is just a claim, because that will be an unfair argument and unfair discussion.